Hi guys, Red Bard with Second Rule Survival. Today we have for you a video that is a video response to Aregularguy90's Torture Inhuman video. He brings up some good points, especially when I first saw it. I thought they were very valid points, and then Chris very quickly changed my mind, honestly. And I just wanted him to express those views on YouTube to hopefully change your mind too. We're not trying to fight anybody over it, but here's how we feel, and let's see what you think. So this is my response to Torture Inhuman ? And yeah, it's inhuman. So when we want to paint a group of people with like broad strokes, in doing so we point to the actions of a few, suicide bombings, crashing planes into buildings, these inhuman things, or these inhuman acts. And then because of these inhuman acts, it's okay for us to commit inhuman acts against these people. You realize you've put us in the same moral category as the horrible people who it's okay to do those things to. Like you have crossed that line that you have defined and used as a reason. Like the gun thing. If we carry guns, somebody attacks us, yes, we do have the right to defend ourselves. Yes, they have forfeited their rights to safety and life. But if you shot that guy and he's on the ground and he's still breathing, squirming, things like that, do you have the right to follow up with a coup de grace shot? Can you go put a contact shot to that guy's head and kill him? No. Can you take him back to your house and waterboard him? No. We have legal even when we are attacked, we have responsibilities to be law-abiding citizens. We have responsibilities to act within the law. Speaking of the laws, we have the Geneva Conventions and like agreements, these rules of war things that we have agreed to. And the reason we agreed to them was to protect our troops, to protect our guys. My family's in the military. So when we say it's okay to torture these people for X, Y, and Z, and we justify that and we do it publicly and we detain people without charge, indefinitely, we're repudiating all those things in the Geneva Convention. We are saying we don't agree to these things anymore. And what we're telling our present enemies and our enemies of the future is that we're not going to follow along with that. And they may as well go torture our guys for information, because we're going to torture theirs when we deem it necessary, when we deem it justifiable. I mean, at one point, compassion used to be the greatest weapon that we had. It really was. It was one of our greatest weapons. From World War I on, people generally knew when you surrender to the Americans, you're not going to be executed. You're not going to be shot and thrown in some ditch. You're not going to be held and tortured. In fact, you're probably going to go to a fairly nice prison compared to how our guys are being treated. You're going to get 3 hots in a cot. We might even send you to the dentist. And given the choice between that and being turned into a pink aerosol through any number of weapons that we have, most people are going to give up. And the way I see it, that's a few less guns pointed downrange at my brothers. That's a few less people with their fingers on bomb triggers. Now, if they don't think they're going to be treated well, if they think they're going to be tortured, if they think they're going to be disappeared to some black site somewhere, that's a lot less people that are going to be willing to surrender to us. Not only that, but it's also a propaganda tool for our enemy. They can point to places like Guantanamo Bay. They can point to things like the extraordinary rendition programs. They can point to our torturing. And they can be like, look, see, we told you. That's how they are. It's like, do you think that's going to create less or more terrorists? I think it's going to create more. I think it's going to put you in greater danger. And another part about this is your humanity, the humanity of my family. I don't want you guys torturing people. I don't want my brothers torturing people. I don't want them to lose that part of themselves. It's like, because when you hurt somebody like that, it doesn't just affect them, it affects you too. You're going to carry that. And you may say, well, these people cut people's heads off on video. They crash planes into buildings. They detonate suicide bombs. Well, we detain people for no reason and torture them, and we shoot missiles into fucking wedding parties. Does that make us better? Because if you're going to talk about the standard of human treatment, that's supposed to be upheld, well, as soon as you say it's okay to torture people who have violated that standard of human treatment, and you torture people, well, guess what? You violated that standard of human treatment. You are one of those people who have stepped outside that standard and are now subject to whatever's going to happen to you at that standard. If you torture people or you agree with torture, you are in effect agreeing that it's okay for you to be tortured. Because you're one of those people. And I don't think you need to be. I don't think it's necessary at all. I mean, we're the greatest country on earth, like the greatest military ever. Like the United States military is the most powerful force the earth has ever seen. I don't think we don't need to do this to win. We can fight and win without it. I don't think we should let fear compromise who we are. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let us know how you feel about this. It's a conversation we feel needs to be
absolutely. And I'm not afraid to have it out.
Absolutely. Well, I'm Trey.
And I'm Chris. And this is Second Rule Survival, reminding you, don't die,
but always look good, always. And torturing people, that ain't looking good. Thanks, guys.